Today we're going to meditate on something interesting because there are things in life that excites us, stimulates us, gives us pleasure, and that motivates us. But there's only one thing that truly fills us and satisfies us, as we all need, and forever. Jesus tried to explain this to us. In fact, in the gospel that we will read today, we will see Christ's frustration when he tried to explain this to the people, but they did not understand. The people had their minds very closed, very concentrated, and focused on their way of thinking, on the things they wanted, on the things they were used to, and on the things that gave them pleasure. And they were not seeking the most important thing in life. So, what is it that satisfies you? What fills you? What gives you peace? And above all, gives meaning and purpose to your life? Hey guys, my name is Elizabeth, and you're listening to Missionaries of God's Love. In the Gospel of St. John, he explains these details better than any other evangelist. We will be reading John chapter 6, verses 30 through 35. Jesus had just performed the multiplication of the loaves. He had given the people free food. The people were very happy about that, and the next day they wanted him to give them more bread, more food again. But Jesus did not want to give them only that, not even primarily. Jesus wanted to give them something much more important. So let's find out what that is. So let's start reading the passage. John chapter 6, verse 30, which reads, "So they asked him, 'What sign then will you give that we may see it and believe you? What will you do?'" Notice he had just performed the miracle of the multiplication of the loaves and fishes, and they were already saying, "What sign will you do?" They were basically suggesting to Jesus, "Give us more free food. That's what we want." The passage continues to read, "Our ancestors ate the manna in the wilderness, as it is written, 'He gave them bread from heaven to eat.'" Jesus said to them, "Very truly I tell you, it is not Moses who has given you the bread from heaven, but it is my Father who gives you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is the bread that comes down from heaven and gives life to the world." Jesus no longer knew how to explain to them, how to tell them, "Seek me," instead of seeking for materialistic things. Material things you will have anyway. But me? Take advantage now that I am with you. Fill yourselves of me. Do not seek only the things of the earth, earthly pleasures, material and earthly things, worldly emotions and sensations, the carnal. Seek what is most important. Jesus keeps telling us the same thing today. What is it that people are desperately seeking or maybe calmly looking for? What are they always seeking for? Materialistic things, sensual pleasures, and human relationships. And when these things are healthy, it's not that they are bad for us to seek for. What is wrong is seeking them more than God. Nothing will fill us the way God fills us. The people responded when Jesus spoke to them about that bread from heaven, that bread that gives life. But the people kept thinking that Jesus was talking about the bread for their mouth, physical bread. The passage continues to read, "Sir," they said, "always give us this bread." Then Jesus declared, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." The word of the Lord. Here Jesus tells them directly, "Seek me and you will not hunger." But the hunger you have is more than the hunger of the body, more than the hunger of the stomach. You have hunger for peace, for happiness, for meaning in life, for joy. And that's what I give you. There are many things we can receive in this life. pleasures, materialistic things, exciting things, and many of them are good. But nothing will fill your life or give meaning to your life like Jesus will. Read the lives of the saints. Missionaries of God's Love always advises you guys to meditate on them. We would like you guys to meditate on when they discovered Christ, when they left the world, those worldly things, and chose to follow Christ. Their lives changed, and they never went back to those worldly things. Go ahead and read their lives so you get an idea of what I'm talking about, and also so you can find inspiration on learning how to love God and to give yourself and surrender yourself to God. Now, there are many people who don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm talking about good people, people with good intentions, even believers, but believers who don't understand what it means for Jesus to fill you, to satisfy you, and they won't understand unless they experience it themselves. My only recommendation and invitation is seek Jesus as the center of your life, as the most important thing in your life, and you will see what Jesus meant when he said, "Whoever eats this bread, whoever eats me, will never hunger." Later he explains about the Holy Eucharist, which is a very direct way in which we are filled with Christ. But that Eucharist and that communion will not give you life if you're not truly seeking for Jesus. I now invite you guys to continue speaking with God and speak with him sincerely. Have a heart-to-heart moment with Jesus. Here are a couple reflection questions. Who are you to me, Jesus? Are you my true bread? Are you the first one I seek before anything else? Are you the longing of my heart and the deepest desire of my being? Or am I still like those Jews, seeking only material things and treating you as something secondary? Continue speaking with Jesus for another 20 minutes and tell God, "Speak to me, O Lord, for your servant is listening."